Hi Scorpio, I am here to do your April 18th through May 18th overall energy reading. Um, I have the female and the male here. I did get, just so you guys know, I did get a new deck. It is and I'm waiting on like 3 more. The mail is so slow, but I really feel like that this is going to help the readings. I got the dark mirror. So, and I know this is probably backwards in the video, but this oracle deck, what it kind of helps to bring to light, at least in my opinion, is it kind of shows you things that you need to work on and things that you have maybe hidden from yourself or that are hidden, maybe areas of your life that you really don't want to delve into. So I just personally think that, that is beneficial for everyone. And so that's why I wanted to get it. So I'm going to incorporate that into your reading, and as I get the new decks, I will be kind of mixing up whatever that I'm drawn to for you guys. So I was drawn to do your reading next just by my original numeros deck that I had. So this is your card here, Scorpio, and I put it right up in between the male and the female, and I put a little piece of cryonite on there, and this is green cryonite. This helps to be able to like communicate clearly with your words. It helps to not have like too many outside influences into like confuse you or give you opinions. So the reason why I kind of put this here was because I only want to hear from spirit, and those are the angels, those are the guides, that's God, so that's all I want to hear from. I don't want to hear like my internal kind of like overthinking, overanalyzing mind, or anything to kind of cloud my mind from the message that you guys need. So I wanted to really felt the need to bring that to the table today. Okay, so I'm going to start with the female's reading. So I pulled an oracle card. I'm going to start with the oracle cards this time. Usually I finish with them, but I'm not going to do it like that this time. I'm going to start with them. I pulled the Field of Dreams. So what I did was I pulled one light card and then one dark card. So kind of one card that is going to give you the positives and kind of shed light in a more positive direction, and then one card that's going to kind of illuminate the darkness, illuminate things that maybe you are like I said, hiding or not really wanting to look at in your life. All right, so Field of Dreams here is all about the possibilities out there. So your dreams, your aspirations, you have the possibilities, right here in this field. And with this card, what I notice a lot is these butterflies. Okay, so there's so many butterflies. Butterflies can, be spirits. They can, be, I want to say like, what is the word? I can't even think. But basically, there's a lot of positivity in here. You have the right kind of situation going on right now to be able to like manifest what you want, go after your dreams, get them accomplished. The only thing I do see that's kind of negative in this card is the moon. The moon can, it can be good, it can be bad. But there is kind of like this light side to the moon, and it seems like that there's some kind of magic coming from it down to the fairies. So to me, it's like maybe that's your intuition, maybe that's spirit helping you. Like I said, all these little butterflies here. This could be like angels, it could be like your relatives from past life that are helping you. Lots of different aids, kind of, I guess is the word I was looking for. to kind of illuminate this darkness that you have up here, and help you to accomplish your dreams. The possibilities are there. Like you can do it, if you put the work in, and that's what this card is about. You know, putting the work in, and you know, reaping the benefits of, or the rewards from your hard work. Okay, so enough talk about that card. We do have here for your dark mirror oracle, downcast pride. So to me, I will tell you the actual sentence from this one, because to me it speaks volumes. But to me, the first thing I do is I always look at the person, and I look at the card, and I analyze it. And you know, there's lots of kind of twisting and turning around this person's head. Like these little vines are kind of growing in there. And so to me, it's like, you know, there could have been some manipulation of your mind. You know, you could have had your mind kind of all twisted up. You could have been kind of confused in your thoughts a lot. You obviously, your pride has taken a hit. And to me, downcast pride means that your confidence has kind of gone downhill. Like you don't really have a lot of confidence anymore. The actual sentence, I'm going to read it to you right here, says, bending to adapt becomes an excuse for the habit of bending. So to me, that like feeds into the manipulation. You know, somebody could make you feel like, or manipulate the situation to make you feel like that you kind of need to give in all the time. You need to do this. You need to do that. You know, or just, you know, manipulate surrounding other people to make you feel like that you need to do certain things. And that, you know, manipulation in itself can bring your confidence down, you know. When you feel like you can't make a good decision, your judgment is off, you know, all these different things. Okay, so I feel like I did clarify that card with a couple of my Deviant Moon cards. So you got the Four of Swords. So this talks about rest and recovery. I can talk about taking a break from a person, a relationship, a job, you know, this and that, whatever. You got that with, excuse me, the Two of Wands reversed. So Two of Wands normally talks about, kind of like in the upright anyway, it talks about looking out over the horizons, because it's usually, you know, in the Rider-Waite deck, it's a person that has a wand in his hand, and there's one behind him that's attached to kind of like a wall, and he's surveying like the ocean, and there's like a beautiful view, and he has a globe in his hand, he's got the world in his hands. You know, he's got all the possibilities, this and that, whatever. This is in the reverse. It's kind of feeling like, you know, there's no growth. There's you feel like depressed. There's no surveying of the possibilities. You know, maybe you're in like a stagnant energy. And here too is stagnant. You know, you're kind of not, you know, not taking any action on anything, kind of just, you know, resting, recovering, thinking about things. Sometimes I could talk about overanalyzing. But, you know, I think that was kind of either in the past, and or maybe you're coming out of that energy now, because you did have the Field of Dreams, which the possibilities are there. And then we also got two aces right after those first two cards. The Ace of Pentacles, which talks about good business success. I can never say business. I always want to say bisqueness. I don't know why. But good business success. It talks about like having control over your life too. So like this is the universe, okay? And then you have also a fiery, new, passionate new beginning. So this could be a new relationship here. Or it could just be you really like kind of focusing in on yourself, like, you know, loving yourself, you know, creating a life that is yours, having control over your own life. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go into the rest of these cards here. I did pull you a couple of Lenormand cards. I only pulled 2 this time because I did pull the other Oracle cards. So you got Wine, which is cheerfulness. And then you also got the Tower, which I always take the Tower just as the Tower. So like just like it is in Tarot. And you also got the Tower again down here. So I'm going to talk about that here in a minute. To me, it's like, you know, you're coming out of this negative energy. You're coming away from this. If the Tower moment happens, you know, it's in the past, or you may be having that now and you are coming out from this, kind of like stagnant energy, not having confidence, you know, you're not prideful, but you know, you're not confident either. And getting into more of feeling like you're getting to the confidence, you know, you're slowly moving along, gaining your confidence and gaining your self-worth, I guess is you know, definitely the word there. All right, so we have for your Rider-Waite's, the first 2 that I pulled was the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So these 2 together are like somebody is rushing in. This is like a very bold, very not thinking, rushed energy. This could be a truth. The sword here, it could be communication. So somebody could be saying something rushed to you. They could be have something they really want to tell you. And to me, with this Knight of Pentacles talks about stability. It talks about an offer of some kind and a stable offer of some kind. Long-term stability, because he's on this horse that kind of is, you know, solid, and sometimes it's slow moving, but which is kind of funny because it's like contradictory, right? So to me, this person here is like rushing in to tell you, you know, I have an offer for you and I want like to give you stability. I want like long-term commitment possibly. It could be a job because this is a pentacle. But there's lots of different ways you can look at this. To me, I view it in like the love sense, where it's like somebody's rushing in to go like, I love you, like I want to be with you forever, you know, and because forever is like, you know, long-term stability, like, you know, or people would view it as that normally. And I don't know, that's just kind of what I'm getting from this. So to me, I think somebody's gonna be offering you some kind of love, like long-term commitment or something. You did get the Sun, which is illumination and happiness. That was followed by the Ace of Pentacles, which can talk about a very, you know, prosperous new beginning. It can be in business, it can be in love, it can be in anything. It's just a big, shiny, brand new, beautiful thing. All right. And we were clarified with the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Swords. So this is somebody that doesn't take anybody's BS. So they see right through people. They're not afraid to cut people out of their life. They've been there. They've done that. They, you know, just want the truth and nothing but the truth. So to me, when I see kind of the Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, right after that, those knights, to me, it's like the Queen of Swords is going, you know what? I've seen this all before. I've seen these people rushing in, offering me these, you know, stable offers, and if you have to rush in to offer me this something stable instead of like, you know, actually taking the time to invest in me and, you know, showing me that you want to be in this long-term stable commitment, it's not, you know, the truth. It's not happening, and I'm going to have my own beginning here because the aces are beginnings, and I'm gonna do it myself. With the Sun, I'm gonna, you know, have my happiness, and I'm gonna illuminate your, you know, kind of offer here, and I'm gonna see that it's probably not the best. You also do have the Queen of Cups, which can talk about somebody is very emotional, but they have, you know, control over their emotions. They are very nurturing. very like, what is the word? I'm trying to think what it is. Compassionate. I don't know why I can never remember that word, but just very compassionate person, followed by the Lovers. All right. And I think the Lover speaks for itself. And the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can talk about indecision. It can talk about rejection. So you're rejecting an offer. It can talk about focusing, on other things and not accepting maybe this offer. So there could be a couple different scenarios here. To me, this is, with the Queen of Cups and the Lovers, probably you rejecting an offer. Your arms are crossed and you're going like, nope. You know what? I know that you're offering me this love, but you know what? I'm happy. I'm emotionally fulfilled by myself. I don't need anybody. I'm going to reject your offer. And you've got your own stability coming in. You've got to learn to, I think that, also with these two cards up above, this downcast pride and this field of dreams, they're contrasting energies. You're coming out of this, like not confident energy. You're gaining your confidence back. And when you gain your confidence back, you should gain it in the way where you don't need somebody. To have somebody along is nice. They are a good addition to your life. Not that you need them for your confidence. And I just feel like that's where this reading is kind of, Spirit is trying to tell you. I did pull some cards from the bottom of the deck to also clarify. Now, we had the Five of Pentacles, which talks about leaving somebody out in the cold, all right? With the King of Wands, which is kind of a fiery, like, confident energy, which, is very similar to kind of these two cards mixed together. I kind of feel like, this is almost the same exact person here, because they can kind of, like to be spontaneous, which is the Knight of Swords. And then they also, though, they like family, and they're very confident, and they kind of are like more stable, because they're a family man. So to me, it's like those two energies. That's probably this person right here that you're going to be leaving out in the cold, or going to be rejecting that offer, okay, from and that could cause some conflict, that could be a tower moment, or you could be going in reverse here almost, where it's like you had this tower moment that brings you out of this, like depressed energy that, wakes you up and leaves this person out in the cold because you don't need them. You don't want to deal with them anymore, because you could be in a relationship with them right now. I'm not sure. And they could be wanting to come and get you back. Could be like kind of an in and out energy with this. Usually it's a man, because obviously I'm doing the female spread here. All right, so we also did have these three cards that came out together, which Two of Wands, okay? We had the Two of Wands here, and we have the Two of Wands here, and we had a reverse up here. So to me, this is saying, you're surveying all of your opportunities. You're having good judgment now, because we are kind of out of the past energies and coming down into the more present energies. You're having good judgment now, and you're gonna reject this offer. You are done with just kind of people rushing in and either wanting to win you back, or rushing in and offering you kind of these offers that don't really go anywhere. They don't really materialize. They say that, they want long-term stability and things like that, and they want, they love you forever and blah, 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 and it just doesn't happen. So you're going to love yourself first, and you're going to have better judgment. You're going to start, making better decisions for yourself. Okay, so I hope that resonated, females. Let's see here. On the male side, this is a little bit different. And it is a little confusing. So I'm just going to I'm going to try to make it as clear as possible. All right, so the first card that I got for you guys was the Talisman in reverse. So when I view it upright, Okay, this is about spirit guiding you. This is about, you having good intuition for things. Um, Sometimes, spirit's behind you here, so sometimes you cannot see spirit, or you could walk off the path. And so when it's in the reverse, to me, it's kind of like those negative things are like really amplified here. So this, spirit being behind you, and you kind of taking your foot, off of the path that spirit wants you on, is kind of like you're not following your intuition. You're not listening to spirit. Maybe you feel like that you're not connected with spirit, because this little orb is behind you. So that's just kind of what I'm feeling. Now this could be past energy too. It doesn't have to be present, remember, or it could be like the female spread where I was saying that you're kind of possibly coming out of this energy right now. The dark card here that I got is Gilded Regret. So this card talks about kind of lingering, focusing in on, kind of being in that depressed energy, and not wanting to come out of it. I believe it says something like, forgive me for a second, but let me wallow my sorrows for 5 minutes longer. So, you can kind of just feel that energy of like, you kind of are throwing a pity party for yourself almost. And I'm not saying that that's what you're doing. You probably have some regrets, obviously. Maybe you didn't do some things, the way that, in hindsight, you could have or you should have. And maybe you're kind of overthinking that. That's just kind of what I'm seeing here, is maybe you've done some things that you're not proud of. I did clarify that Gilded Regret card. I got quite a few cards here because it was, like I said, I wasn't getting enough information, so it got a little confusing. So I'm just going to pull all of these up and show them to you. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, just like in the females, they got the Knight of Swords as well. Rushing in, kind of reckless energy, not thinking. All right, pull this one's back actually. Then we had the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, sorry, I always get these Roman numerals confused. So the Seven of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck is usually you kind of like waiting on your seeds to grow, that you've planted. So anything that you're kind of nurturing, like a relationship or a work venture, that kind of waiting for the fruits of your labor to come to pass, but you're in a holding pattern. In this card, to me, it seems like that you could have been hurt, okay, or somebody could have hurt you, or you could have hurt somebody else while you were kind of in this waiting pattern for things to happen. And I don't know, to me it seems like that possibly you had hurt somebody else, just because of the way that these cards are going. So it's like, you kind of had this reckless energy about you with the Knight of Swords, and you didn't think about things. Maybe you had hurt somebody that you were trying to like nurture a relationship with. Strength usually is a really good card, but with these other two, to me it's like a bully. Okay, so maybe that you kind of were being a bully about things, and like with the Sun here, kind of wanting your way, wanting your happiness. And the Hierophant can talk about like a committed relationship. It can talk about a marriage. So you could be married to this person, or you could be in a very, very serious relationship. And then the King of Swords, this energy is very like cut and dry, like not having much emotion, just kind of can be like cold. So you could be in a marriage with this person, like I said, or a very serious commitment, and could have kind of bullied them a little bit and hurt them or hurt their feelings, because you could have been in this King of Swords energy, and maybe that's what you're regretful about. You realize that like you shouldn't have done that. and you're kind of in this holding pattern, and now not trusting yourself, not trusting your intuition, not trusting spirit guiding you. So the Lenormand cards that I got for you guys was the Anchor, which talks about success in business and in love, which is good because that means that you're going to be coming hopefully out of this regret, and you're going to learn from this mistake, and you're not going to go back there again, okay? And then the Ship, which talks about possible, obviously moving, you know, like voyage. It can talk about, again, just like in the Anchor card, good business, wealth, inheritance, you know, all of these different things. So to me, these are really good, this is positive outlook kind of cards here. In your tarot, I use a different deck just because I wanted to make sure I had enough cards to get the full story. So I used my Crystal Tarot. We got the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, it's like you came out of this King of Swords energy. You were very like tyrant, almost like cold, and you know, you know, just like I said, kind of wanting like your own happiness, and kind of more concerned about yourself, okay? And you're getting more to where, you know, you're in this King of Pentacles energy where you're, you know, working on your finances, working on your business, finding stability, and not only stability with, you know, your finances, but Knight of Cups energy, which is all about offering love and, you know, compassion and being this kind of knight in shining armor. So I think you learned your lesson here, whatever that this gilded regret is, and, you know, you're getting in this wanting to be more loving and kind and like generous and stable person. I did have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant, and you got the Hierophant up here as well. So to me, when I saw this, I really see somebody as married, okay? And I also got the High Priestess, okay? So these two cards are like peanut butter and jelly. All right, so this could definitely be a marriage because that's like a couple right there. And you're also getting in to this Knight of Wands, or excuse me, King of Wands energy. The good parts of the King of Wands energy is, you know, you're passionate. Wands are all about passion, okay? Now, the King of Wands can be also a little bit cocky, a little bit overconfident. So just watch that. But to me, you know, you're out of this kind of bullying with the Strength card and the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords energy, and you're really going into kind of this more loving, stable, and passionate new beginning kind of energy. Now, I do see, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, okay? We have over here under the High Priestess, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Strength card. So you could be up against somebody else. There could be another person here, because this is multiple people, okay? I mean, we have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, we have the King of Wands, we have the Page of Wands. This is a lot of people. Like, I really hope that this is not some kind of love triangle or something, because this is crazy. All right, because I don't even know how, like, unless this is you, like I said, as the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Wands, and here you're showing up as a page. You could be showing up as a page, you know, with the High Priestess, just because, you know, you're kind of like immature around her, and you're trying to get this, you know, King of Wands, King of Cups energy, and be more like assertive, I guess, and more mature. But around her, maybe you're a little bit like I said, immature, not really knowing how to handle the situation because of your regrets from the past and going through that. I'm not sure. Or if this is another person, they are confident, okay? They've got strength, and they will try to hold on to whoever you're married to your wife, to your girlfriend, or whoever you have this commitment with, this high priestess, because we got the high priestess. All right, the Wheel of Fortune, which again, should be a couple. There looks like there's a couple here, a marriage or something. The Wheel of Fortune, which talks about endings, it talks about cycles, you going through a new cycle in something, ending something, starting something new. It could talk about fate, it could talk about karma. The Four of Pentacles after that talks about holding on to something, holding on to a person, holding on to money, being kind of a miser. It could talk about trying sometimes to be more stable, because fours are a stable foundation. So this could be talking about trying to, make a stable foundation with this person. But when I see the Page of Wands after that and Strength, I don't know. I mean, to me that looks like that's another person. So just be prepared to possibly have some karma served to you by there being another person brought into this mix. Okay? You may have to really get into your strength and your confidence to either get through this and have this ending with this person. You may, things may not work out between you two, or the Wheel of Fortune could turn in your favor. And you could have a brand new beginning with them, and you're going to have to stop being so immature and have the strength to stop being so immature around this person. Okay? But the outcome here for you is positive. We have the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. So the Emperor is, all these kings in one. All right? So that to me is kind of like all these kings showing up here. You've learned, you have been each individual king on your own and kind of developed the traits of each one of them. And I think like now you're going to know when's the right time to use each king's traits. When do I, need to cut people out of my life and need to be kind of a strict person? King of Swords. When do I need to be a stable, and family oriented and providing person? Okay, be in that energy. When do I need, wrong one. That's a knight, not a king. When do I need to be this King of Wands energy, this passionate, confident, spontaneous type of energy, and I mean embodying, all of that. Now we don't have the King of Cups here, which is the emotional side, but I really think that doesn't matter. You don't have to have that card here when you have the Emperor. You've learned, and you're going to embody this Emperor energy, and you're going to have a brand new beautiful beginning with this Ace of Cups. Okay, you're going to be emotionally fulfilled. If it's not with this person, it's going to be with somebody else. So listen to spirit. You can trust yourself now. You've learned your lessons. Listen to your intuition. Okay, learn from the past. Just don't get stuck in that energy again. Everything is going to be fine. And if it is a marriage and it doesn't work out, you're not the first person that it's happened to. Don't let it, ruin the rest of your life because, something didn't work out, the way that you thought it was going to be. I mean, sometimes spirit has different plans for us. Trust me. I should know. I'm going through a divorce myself. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys. I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. And if you feel comfortable, there is information on the donations and or if you want a personal reading, that is also in the description box below. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm going to try to get these other readings out as soon as possible. All right, bye.